Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Locke. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A 1st down throw. Darnold got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Darnold from the red zone now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Completion there to Brashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF is ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
Darnold, a sneak. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and goal.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. And that one's incomplete.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and 8. Darnold now to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And the Broncos first down.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 35.
Locke's pass.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 42 yards.
42 yards on the play.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. Went up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brought down back at the 27.
Third and long, it's Locke. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here I come again. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47. I'm here all
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. So we got man.
Darnold from the gun. Looking for Perriman there. He's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 42. Lady. 42. Get that quarterback. And all come. 42's Mike. 42's Mike. I got it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they want to.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10.
Check, Mike 42. coming after you.
Here's Darnold. That's caught out left by Perriman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. 42's the mark. Wild Bill.
Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
57.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
The ball carrier.
In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second and 6. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a 1st. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That's taken it around the 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 48-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Check 50, check 50. Switch. Red lady. Red lady.
A give to Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Broncos 48-yard line.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day. Shift. Watch the shift. Shift, shift, shift.
To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Faking the give, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Darnold, they certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brought down by Bradley.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 17-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
1st down, Denver.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A 6-yard
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
Locke going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
You. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer. Out.
Now Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
With the score.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
You can't block me. Twist. Check. Check hot route.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Philip Lindsey on the carry.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. That's right, man.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Here's 2nd and 9. Flacco looking for his first toss. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Hamler now on the return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
That third down conversion good for 23. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
On the carry.
Phillip Lindsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Too little, cut. Mike 42, Mike 42. Come on,
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
defense. Here we go. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Slam. Red. Mike 42. It's been a long day for you.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, defense, Flacco. You go tight. You got tight right there. Jim.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. On on fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. 13 yards remaining on second down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Pressure mounting. Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Don't get nervous. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 52.
Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Check, Mike 42. Here we go. He's coming.
Flacco right back to work after the pick six. Herndon's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. First and 10 here for Flacco. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Single. Hey, Mike's 42. You're over here. Mike 42.
They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Le'Veon Bell. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go pass again with Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A.J. Foye on the cover.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 42. Ricky. Watch out. Hey! Switch gears. 42's the mark.
One last gasp for Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.